Welcome to Unchained here on Pahrump News. I'm your host, Deanna O'Donnell. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Well, some events that happen here in town, well, there was a few. One is the Rotary Club of Pahrump had their 9/11 memorial ceremony. That happened at the Calvada Eye in the First Responders Reflection Area, which they built. They have a few speakers every year, and once again, they did that again this year, and they had a musical performance by Mikey Ruhan. They also had Sergeant Greg Curtin from the Nye County Sheriff's Office sing the national anthem, and they had the color guard as well. Some of the things that were the highlight of the event had to be some speakers talking a little bit about their memories of 9/11, and of course our first responders coming up to the microphone, including Fire Chief Scott Lewis, who introduced his crew, and as well as the Nye County Search and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff Joe McGill. And we're going to show you a little bit of that right now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
9:03 a.m. New York time. United Flight number 175 has crashed into the South Tower.
I just want to say a couple words before I have each of them come up and introduce themselves. I appreciate the words today that have been spoken before me. Commissioner Bain was most gracious in his accolades and about what the services provide here and the hours and commitment that each of these individuals put in and what we do. It's greatly appreciated, but without your support, it's almost impossible for us to do that.
You know you'll always be my hero. No matter what, you let the fear go. The times we shared, memories are fond. Your spirit will always live on. You are angel from above, shining down, laughter and love.
Imagine waking up and saying goodbye to your mother or father, going to school, and hearing the news at school and not knowing if you're going to go home and your mom and dad will be there. I hear the news of how many people died, but we must remember the children that grew up without a parent or a grandparent. We must remember those parents that lost a child that day. Life is precious.
They see people at their worst, and they do go and they help, and they have to go back home to their families. And a lot of them didn't. I witnessed some of the guys come in because they just found their partners out of the rubble. And I'm not a counselor, I'm not a whatever, but they laid it on me in those 3 months. And I felt blessed that I was able to be there, because what do you do? What does anybody do at that time?
This has been a very moving event, and I was talking to Reva a few minutes ago, and next year is going to be 25 years, and we want to make it bigger, we want to make it better, and so anybody who has some ideas that they'd like to throw out there to us, we'll be on this same spot next year for the 25th anniversary, and we are looking for some good things to make it more memorable.
Well, as you know, political season is upon us. We're hearing a little bit more from some politicians, even locally here in town, some people kind of vying for the seat of County Commissioner in District 5, and that's Deborah Strickland's seat. She has been termed out, and so some people kind of put their hat in the ring for her seat, as well as we had a couple of political events for Nye County Sheriff, Joe McGill running for re-election, and Diane Sauter also had an event this past week. But the big event that happened this week was Governor Joe Lombardo made a stop here in Pahrump, went to our place, the coffee house, and spoke a little bit about his last term in office and why he should be reelected. He also made a stop there in Goldfield on the campaign trail, and we got to see a little bit of him stopping there and meeting and greeting people throughout the state on his campaign trail. So we got a little bit of sound bites of him speaking at our place.
But it is in the majority of the Nevada. We give the ability to have the right amount of funding that goes into every jurisdiction within the whole state. Predominantly in history, within the state of Nevada, Clark County was the recipient of the majority of the funds that go to education. Actually, in all the services and across the board of the state government. I changed that.
Well, Sleep in Heavenly Peace have their bed build that they do periodically. Carmen Merzen puts that on. Sleep in Heavenly Peace is an organization that helps build beds for kids who don't have beds here in our area. We'll have Carmen Merzen on next week's show, but we want to show you a little bit of that bed build that happened this past weekend. So many volunteers helped out and volunteered for this event. It is so rewarding. And we're going to find out more when we talk to Carmen next week, but we want to show you a little bit of that bed build that happened this past week. And if you want to find out more, you can go to shp.org, and you can even donate or volunteer online. Well, when we return, we're going to have our first guest, Reva Braun.
Sponsored by 1-2-Tree, handyman, yard cleanup, yard maintenance, and so much more. Give them a call at 775-253-8066. We will leave you with a smile.
And I'm here with my guest, the incomparable Reva Braun. We were talking about how everybody knows you in town, right?
That's what everyone keeps telling me, but I don't think so.
Well, the town's grown, so, it's getting a little bit bigger. It's hard to know everybody as much, right?
True.
Yeah. You spoke at the 9/11 event the other day, and you've spoke there a few times.
Yes. 9/11 is near and dear to my heart because my husband is a survivor. And actually, I had to drive him down there, so I first witnessed firsthand what was going on. And it was scary.
Yeah. Next year is the 25th anniversary.
So I spoke to Rotary, we're going to do a big event next year, but we're waiting to see what happens.
Yeah. And the Rotary puts on that event, and we'll let you see a little bit of that coming up after Reva, but they put on that event at the First Responders Memorial there in the Calvada Eye. What a wonderful, moving event that they have every year there.
I'm honored to speak at that.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially after all those politicians. I'm like, I don't know if I could do this, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, we even had Sharon Sadler even spoke.
Sharon was not supposed to speak, but
Yes.
Sharon at the end came and asked me if she could speak, and I asked Barb, and she said fine.
Yeah, and you know what? They always ask if people want to get up and say something, because everybody has their moments and where they were on that day and everything, and a lot of people like to talk about where they were, how they found out, things like that.
So a funny story, when Sharon was talking about serving food, my husband was one of the ones she served food to.
See? Wow.
Kenny, they talked about times that they were both there, and it seems that the times coincide, so we're assuming Sharon served food
Small
to my
world.
husband. Yes, it is. 2,500 miles away.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. So let's talk about something else that you do, because you have the Nye Community Partnership, and so you've been doing that for a while now.
Almost 3 years.
Yeah, it seems 3 years already.
That's what someone told me the other day. I don't keep track. But this is my third year doing the parade, so it has to be 3 years.
Exactly, because that's actually a lot of, what you guys really started doing. But the group was originally brought together, why?
Originally, it was brought together by about 10 years ago it started, by someone from Rotary Lions Club and the Chamber of Commerce. And they were supposed to put a calendar together, and it lasted a few months and it fell apart. So about 3 years ago, I got tired of everyone doing events on the same day, or events within the same month at Costly, and I said, no, this has got to stop. So we started putting the partnership together. The original goal was to let everyone know what was going on in town, stop doing events on the same day or the same weekend. And then our groups are all getting older, and we needed more help. So a lot of times we'll help each other at an event. Like Rotary's doing an event, and they don't have enough people. They'll say, "Hey, who wants to come help us?" Or Kiwanis will say, "We need help with something," and we go to the public, and we've been doing pretty good with it.
Yeah, the group is pretty large, and you have it there at the Salvation Army building on Dahlia. You know, you find out a lot of information you didn't know.
We have people coming in and out all the time and saying, "I didn't know you existed. I didn't know this was happening. I didn't know, where to go if I needed help." So in the last 3 years, we've got a lot of compliments. Yeah, there are grumpy people here in town that don't believe in us.
Yeah.
But we succeeded, and we have 95 members on our mailing list. Will they always be at a meeting? No. We wind up with 5 or 6, but the 5 or 6 are...
Is there an activity calendar? Because I know there's some Facebook pages that attempt that.
We're supposed to have a calendar, but sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes people forget to mail us. So we're trying to get better putting that calendar together. And then if you send me a flyer, we try and put it up. We have 2 pages. One is Nye County Partnership, and one is Pahrump Partnership. We try and put them up there as much as we can.
Yeah.
So we're advertising whenever we can for whatever group is there.
And you always have naysayers. A lot of people will sit back and kind of be armchair quarterbacks to everybody else's efforts.
Absolutely, Deanna, absolutely. And I take the criticism and I say, well, get up off your rocker and join us.
Yeah, exactly.
But it doesn't always work. So
let's talk about something that you got off your rocker, which we were just kind of mentioning, which was the Fall Festival Parade.
Oh, my God. Heart Attack City. So I've worked with the town. This is my 3rd year, and I think I know what I'm doing. So I get the applications out in May, and they're supposed to be back by August because it takes a long time. You've sat on that committee to get it organized. So May comes, we get 1 or 2. June comes, we get 1 or 2. July comes, maybe we get 3 or 4. Within the last month, I get slammed. And I have to tell you a funny story. We closed the books out September 1st. I've gotten 10 calls. Can I still be in the parade?
Yes, yeah.
And I turned them all away.
Yeah. And before you were a little bit more flexible, but you're kind of letting people know, hey,
we have 57 floats, and it's hard to maneuver 57 groups that everyone is happy. So I have 2 horse groups, 1 with mini horses, so that's 3. I have 2 dancing groups. I have the Shriners coming in from Vegas, and everyone wants a spot, and I can't, and the gunfighters. And we have a man coming in with a giant jukebox. So I have to place people that they're not near anyone. So Choice Hills called me, and I love Sally to death, and said, I have to have quiet on either side of me. I have a children's choir coming in. Mm-hmm. So I had to move her out of where she was. Yeah. Ginger's coming in with 25 or 30 cars. I couldn't put them in the middle of the parade, so I had to move them out from where they are. Then I have Buddy coming in with the high school rodeo team. I had to move them away from the gunfighters.
Yeah, because the horses can't be next to the gunfighters.
No, so 57, you think 57 is a breeze, but no, I had to find special places.
Exactly.
Took us 3 weeks to figure out who to put where.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
It is.
And you're saying you might not be doing it next year, but the community group will still be doing it, right?
I don't know, because they don't do anything till the end. So, it really depends on my health if I want to do this, and if people start waking up and saying, we'll help. So the day of the parade, I have a great group who are going to monitor everything.
Yeah.
One of the toughest things is making sure everyone just keeps moving.
Yeah.
And so we have 3 elementary schools, and if those kids are walking, little kids walk slow.
Well, yeah, because every year that I would do the parade, I would walk, because I like to walk in the parade and see the crowd and have interaction with them. But the car in front of me would always be going so much faster than I was, and you have to tell the car, hey, stay with me, so that we're like one group.
I have Colonel Neary running one end, Dave in the middle, and Gina at the other end, trying to move people along, not to stop to talk to people.
Yeah.
And I know this town is going to hate me, but I've asked everyone not to give candy out.
Yeah.
It's a hazard. We have kids running into the street to get candy, and with all the horses and stuff, I don't know if the horses could stop that quickly if a kid runs out.
Yeah.
So I'm asking a few groups. I said, please, when they said, what about candy? I said, please don't give it out.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing was always you should have walkers next to your vehicle or whatever so that they can walk the candy out to the crowd. But everybody continues to send the kids out and get the candy while the cars are going. And I can tell you, I saw real close call one year, and
Well,
it
that's
was
why.
pretty
And
bad.
I spoke to Sheriff McGill about it the other day because when I spoke to Tammy, she said, "Oh, Sheriff won't go for that." When I explained my reasoning, he said, "I'm in the beginning. I never see the end, and I never think of that." I said, "We have kids running from all over, and you have kids on the left side of the road and the right side, and they want to all run for the candy."
Yeah.
So he said he would try not to have candy, and a few people others said,
Yeah.
"We won't do candy this year."
Well, that's what we did. We just sent people out on the sides. Whether they stay with our vehicle or not, the candy people, they just go give candy out to the crowd so
Yeah.
the kids won't come out. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
So, okay, so we, as far as high school bands and stuff, I know Pahrump Valley High School isn't going to be in
Don't
this
get
year.
me started on that.
But we're going to have other ones, right?
No, we don't have any high school bands because we don't have any. I have RCMS coming out with their dance and cheer team, and I have from the high school the Civil Air Patrol marching, but that's it. And I have three elementaries: Mount Charleston, Floyd, and J.G. Johnson are going to join. But the
And
high
Civil
school
Air
did
Patrol's
nothing.
been doing really good, getting
They
the kids
are.
out there. So
They are. I'm
can't
proud
wait
of them.
to see them. Yeah. So tell everybody the date, time, location of
The
the parade.
27th of September, the parade will start at 8:30. Roads close at 8 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember that. And the parade route is back from Napa all the way to Boot Hill.
So Dandelion, northbound to Boot Hill, which is next to Petro Park. Ski Sensky and myself will be commentating. And so you'll see us right next to the judges booth, which is on the corner of 372 and 160, right next to the Pahrump Nugget. Thanks so much for letting us
I'm
use that area.
excited.
And we're super excited. And Valley Communications will be live streaming the parade, all beginning at 9 a.m. And so we'll be out there. It's going to be great.
I'm excited. We have a lot of new parade applicants coming in this year, some we've never seen.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this guy who says he has a huge trailer and a boombox, and he says he's going to blast the town.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see what it looks like because I've not seen him, and he's new to town.
Be careful out there if you have animals or babies for that boombox guy.
And the gunfighters.
And the gunfighters. Yeah, the gunfighters. Oh gosh, with the animals. Yeah.
So I had to move him
Be
around a
prepared.
little.
Be prepared.
It'll
There
be
you
a
go.
fun event, though.
It's going to be so much fun. And so we're looking forward to it. Fall Festival is kicking off, of course, on the 25th. They're at Petrick Park. They're going to open up that on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're going to have carnivals, rodeo, vendor booths, arts and crafts, a car show,
Yep, lots of
and
fun excitement.
entertainment, and so much more. And we'll see Reva going crazy at the Fall Festival Parade.
You will.
There you go. And the theme?
Out of this world.
There you go.
And our Grand Marshal are I have to tell you, two veterans. One is 98 and one is 96. One is Army, one is Navy, and they're going to be in a super car.
Fantastic. You got to tell everybody when the community partners meet.
We meet the fourth Thursday of every month. Please join us. If you want to know what's going on in town, if you want to get involved, it's a great place. If you just want to sit and listen to everybody else, come join us. And we have small businesses and nonprofits and people walking in off the street. We're growing, and it's a lot of fun, and it's very interesting to know what's going on in this town.
All right, and you can go to Reva's Facebook page also, because she does little reminders on there.
I do.
And if anybody wants to call and needs more information,
845-659-3814.
thanks so much for everything you do.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, now you can go home and
And now we go to your Save a Pet with Olive Ashwell from the Nye County Animal Shelter.
Sponsored by 1-2-Tree, handyman, yard cleanup, yard maintenance, and so much more. Give them a call at 775-253-8066. We will leave you with a smile.
Hello, this is Olive Ashwell from the Nye County Animal Shelter, and this is EO. He is a handsome 2-year-old pit bull terrier, and unfortunately he was a victim of eviction, and he has been here for about 2 months waiting to get adopted. He was just neutered and has all his shots, microchipped, so he's ready to go home. So if you'd like to visit him or any of the other animals available for adoption, please visit the Nye County Animal Shelter at 1580 East Seary Lane. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5, Sunday by appointment, 775-751-7020. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Olive, for introducing us to that wonderful dog. Well, we want to remind everybody that we're having the Spooky Eye event, and that is on October 31st. We're looking for people to participate, whether you're an individual, family, organization, business. If you would like to come and hand out candy at the Calvada Eye for our Spooky Eye event from 5 to 8 p.m., please contact me, 775-299-9992. It is free, and it's so much fun. Come on down and just hand out some candy, some trick-or-treaters. We want to remind everybody once again also that we are having the side-by-side event, and that is on October 17th and 18th, and that is the side-by-side Spooktacular Poker Run. And we are asking people if you would like to help sponsor the entertainment. We are looking for entertainment sponsors because these bands have volunteered to be there for the event, as well as our sound guy, and we'd like to see if we could help them out a little bit for all their wonderful efforts. So if you would like to sponsor the entertainment, all you need to do is give a call, 775-299-9992. We'll put you on the flyers. We'll put up your banners. We will give you a lot of thanks, and it helps out the entertainment for that event. If you'd like to find out more, you can go to spookypokerrun.com. But if you'd like to sponsor entertainment, 775-299-9992. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of Unchained. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Good night.